Many successful relationships have reasons why they became successful, but one thing is for sure, these relationships did not become successful overnight. They required work by both partners with the right motivation to maintain their relationship. The MBTI personality type aids in understanding oneself and one's mate to create greater intimacy and harmony. Let's start with the general description and the characteristics of an ISTJ. So remember, this is an introvert, sensing, thinking, judging. Now they are quiet and serious, and they earn their successes by thoroughness and dependability. They're practical, matter-of-fact, realistic, and even very responsible. They will decide logically what they need to do, how it should be done, and how to work for it. And they're going to keep working in a very steady manner despite any distractions or anything that happens. They take great pleasure in making everything orderly around them. That includes their home, their office, their work, their life. Everything needs to be in an orderly manner. And they value traditions and loyalty. So let's look at how others see the ISTJ. They are sociable and they're comfortable, but only socially comfortable when they're in roles that they already know, and they generally do not share their wealth of the rich sensing observations or the memories except with their close friends. Others see their standards and judgments and their desire for structure and schedule, but they many times will miss out and not realize that the person is very humorous and can even be a lot of fun. It's really hard for the ISTJs to really see that there are needs beyond their own. They're really more self-involved. But once they're convinced that something really matters to somebody else, then they are going to do whatever it takes to help them. They'll go to great lengths to meet the needs of others. They generally are also seen as calm, reserved, serious, consistent, orderly, and valuing traditions. ISTJ places a heavy emphasis on customs and tradition, which means that they really like things the old-fashioned way, and that includes dating. They believe in showing their partners the utmost respect at every stage of the courting process, and they expect that same courtesy in return. They thrive within relationships that follow the traditional rules of respectful courtship. They believe in calling back on time, showing up early, and being very thorough. They will follow through on their commitments, and when they find themselves dating a partner who takes things very seriously as they do, they're going to find themselves willing to go above and beyond. The ISTJ personality craves order and surroundings, and you may find that they become restless when things are messy or their schedule isn't planned out the way that they had hoped. Cut your partner some slack by tidying up whenever you can, and keep surprise ventures to a minimum. They don't like surprise very much. Your ISTJ would rather that you sit down and discuss your plans with him or her so that they have time to arrange their schedule. It is also worth remembering that as an introvert, your companion will feel drained after social interactions. If you're planning something big like a party or a gathering, consider giving your loved ones some advance notice. Allow them to prepare mentally before they're expected to be extroverted. Your partner is very caring and protective, and they're going to funnel these feelings into words. And that means that they don't act much. Try to pay attention to their actions or to each other's actions as they speak loudest. If you feel the need to be more vocal about your feelings, feel free to do so, but don't expect this partner, to give a profound reaction. An ISTJ has some wonderful strengths. They honor their commitments. They are very serious about them, and they take their relationship seriously. They're able to communicate what is on their mind with great precision. They are excellent listeners, and they're extremely good, although sometimes conservative with their money, and that can lead to problems in a relationship as they don't always want to spend. They are able to take constructive criticism well, and they can tolerate conflict without huge emotional upheavals, but be sure that you only dole it out when it's called for. The weakness is that they have a tendency to believe that they are always right. And sometimes they're going to get involved in win-lose conversations where one side is going to lose and they will win instead of win-win conversations. They're not naturally in tune to what other people's are feelings, and this doesn't mean that they don't acknowledge their partner, just that they don't see it. They value structure, which may seem very rigid, and at times they don't give enough praise or affirmation. ISTJs are very responsible and organized. They're efficient, they're practical, they take things seriously, and they expect others to do the same. They're traditional and conforming, they have great values, and they may not be emotionally available at some times, but they also can hold on to some very rigid points of views. So they really need some kind of formal and informal acknowledgement, and under stress they're going to really pull away, they're going to withdraw.